read this book. I love this series so much. This is book 5, yes, 5 in the Aces High Jokers Wild series. I've been reading this series for years. I still have 3 more books to go in it. And if you don't know this series, get in on it, because normally I am not a military sci-fi type of person, but when it's a fully queer cast, I am. This is an indie series. The first book is called The Hands Were Given, and it surrounds our whole group of wild cards in this kind of rebellion military against a futuristic America that is run by corporations. So feels a little bit close to home right now, but our commander is a trans man who comes into the wild cards, and he has to kind of get in with them because their previous commander, who they all loved, passed away, and now he's uncomfortable, especially being trans and not knowing how everything's going to go down. But he finds love, and he finds this newfound family, and all these characters are amazing, and some of them do not make it, and you never really know who's going to make it and who's not, so it does tear out your heart several times. I'm still not over a certain character. This one is particularly brutal because we are now focusing a bit more on Janice, who is amazing. I love Janice. And there's 2 of the other ladies in this who are like, you know what, we just need to get her laid. And they find almost like the perfect man to help them as they're trying to make this garden and, you know, provide themselves with their own food, because they're known as dusters, living on kind of the fringe of society. And so they're trying to make their own means of food. And then we meet Milo, who comes in to help with this situation, and they kind of hit it off. But Milo was brought up in AGCO, which is they have purity states of like citizen standing, if that tells you anything. So he's got a lot of unlearning to do about people, but all the while there's also this horrible plague, very reminiscent of a certain plague that we all went through, a recent pandemic, that is pretty serious, and it does unalive, unfortunately, one of the kids in this, so fair warning on that. You never know who's safe in these books, but it handles grief very well. It handles learned behaviors very well. A lot of the topics that come up in these books are just so well done, that I really like that. It's such a rich cast of characters that I'm just absolutely obsessed with this series, and I really want to finish it, but I also don't, because I don't want it to end, if you know what I mean. So if you haven't started this series yet, pick it up. Do it. It's so good. Even if you're not a military sci-fi person, pick it up.